The process is still broken. The process is still broken. You cannot build around, you cannot create a culture of losing and think that you're going to win. I'm sorry. Joel Embiid came into a losing culture and he still has the stench of the process and it stings. Now, he did miss 2 games, but it didn't matter. He wasn't himself. He he's a bad leader. Let me tell you. Like, and there have been talks about his lack of basketball intangibles that he doesn't have them. But he said, "Man, we need a tough guy like PJ Tucker." He's talking about how Jimmy shouldn't have ever left. He talks about James Harden. He goes, "You're looking for the Houston James Harden. He's just not that anymore. He's a playmaker." Reports were he was more interested in Bradley Beal, but Brad Beal got hurt, so they couldn't make the trade. And I'm just like, Joel Embiid, you're saying a lot, but where were you at? If I don't play, they say I'm soft. But if I do play and I don't play good, they say I'm soft. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you're the biggest guy on the basketball court. You're one of the most skilled guys on the basketball court. We want you to dominate. Crazy, right? It's crazy. We're asking a guy who wanted to be the MVP and apparently was pouting. I don't know what I have to do to win the MVP. Have a great playoff run. So when like the next season starts, you're just in the MVP conversation at the beginning because like the story is what matters to the media members. It's crazy, man. It's crazy what you got to do to get to accomplish your goals. Maybe you should be more focused on winning a championship than winning an MVP. Crazy, I know. But yeah, the process is broken. Um, Philly chose Tobias Harris over Jimmy Butler. That's when the process had just crashed. Even before the Ben Simmons thing, once you said, you know what, Jimmy, you got to go. Give me Tobias. They were biased toward Tobias. Not good. Bad business. Bad business. It's a reason why Tobias Harris has been on like 5 teams and has never made an All-Star game. But yeah, he's making $40 million a year. It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. Speaking of nuts and contracts and $40 million a year, James Harden is due to make like 47 next year. And if you re-sign him to the extension, you're gonna like sign him to almost $250 million. Yeah, sign him. Sign him. Here's why you sign him. You gave up too many assets to get him. And if he walks out the door, you get nothing. Or maybe James Harden came over in the middle of the season and the roster, right? We talk about these rosters and these teams, right? The roster wasn't suited for James Harden to be on that team. So then Daryl Morey, who built a team around James Harden before and won 60 plus games, got to a Western Conference Finals. Maybe he puts the right shooters because they don't have shooters. He puts the shooters around James Harden and the defenders around him and Embiid, and then they come back next year, and James looks like the James that we're used to seeing. It's crazy about how like fit happens, right? Maybe his first step isn't what it used to be. That's fine. People get old. He's in his 30s and he likes to party. So yeah, I get it. You don't move as fast as you used to. But when the pieces around you don't fit either. I mean, look, it took us like 10 minutes to get these boxes in the closet earlier today. Why? Because one little piece of one thing that was in a box was up. So we couldn't slide it back the way we wanted to because so we couldn't get the other box in, right? If the pieces don't fit, then it's not gonna work. If the pieces don't fit, then it's shit.